What's going on, everyone? Today, believe it or not, we're starting seeds. In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to cold stratify some seeds because these are the first seeds that you're going to want to be starting, especially if you want to have them in your 2024 garden. So let's go. So first, what is cold stratification? Well, cold stratification is basically the act of simulating winter. You see, a lot of these varieties, what they will do is they'll actually wait until they get winter weather in order to sprout. Why do they do that? Well, they do that because they actually will protect themselves against sprouting early. And in order to actually protect themselves against sprouting early, they basically wait until winter weather arrives. And once the winter weather subsides and things warm up again, they've had enough kind of dormancy hours in cold weather that says it's safe to come out of dormancy, it's now spring, because if they were to sprout too early, they would die. And so this protection mechanism keeps them alive and allows them to keep growing year after year. So the method of cold stratifying that we're going to be using has never failed me, is very reliable, and it'll definitely work for you. The first thing we're going to use is our fridge, because the fridge has a very consistent temperature. There are no peaks, there are no valleys. It is very consistent. Unless, of course, you open up your fridge to grab some milk or whatever. You're going to have a very short peak of temperature rising, but it's not going to be for a prolonged period of time for like a day or two. And so it's very consistent, and that is awesome because these seeds are going to really be, they're going to be exposed to the right temperature for a much shorter period of time than they would be outside. And so all we have to do is give them anywhere from 3 weeks up to 6 weeks of cold stratification. Now, how does that actually work? Like, how do we decide what gets 3 weeks and what gets 6 weeks? Well, I'll explain. So how I decide what gets a shorter period of cold stratification versus a longer period of cold stratification is based on what I'm growing and where it would naturally be growing. So I look at things like strawberries. Strawberries like a very cold, a very long winter. They don't need to be exposed. Like, you don't need to throw them in the freezer. The fridge is fine, right? The fridge is going to work for all of these methods. But the length at which we're cold stratifying is going to be longer because they have a naturally longer winter period. And so we're going to be cold stratifying strawberries for up to 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks in the fridge. These are going to be sitting on a damp paper towel in the fridge, 5 to 6 weeks. Things like lavender, they like winter weather, but they don't need as much. And so we're going to be giving them about 3 to 4 weeks. I'm really going to break these down into about 2 groups, right? They're going to have our short-term cold stratification and our long-term cold stratification. There's really no need to overcomplicate it past that. You'll hear people that say you should be, but again, I've had great success doing just 2 groupings, 3 to 4 weeks and 5 to 6 weeks, and that's it. Milk thistle is going to be in that 3 to 4 week category. Stinging nettle, 3 to 4 week category. Icelandic poppy, that's more like your 5 to 6 week category. Butterfly milkweed, that's kind of fringe. I've had good luck at 3 to 4 weeks. I've also had good luck 5 to 6 weeks. So you choose. 3 to 4 is what I usually do. Strawberries as well. These are the yellow wonder strawberries. These are absolutely incredible, by the way. If you've never tried them, they are insane. They taste more like pineapple than they do a strawberry. Super cool, but they're also in that 5 to 6 week category. Once you have your 2 groupings, then what we're going to do is we're going to prepare basically our cold stratification method, which all you need is a Ziploc baggie, some paper towel, your seeds, and some water. It's that simple. All right, so we're gonna do some butterfly milkweed first. So what I do is I just mark what it is because you're not gonna have the packet in the Ziploc baggie with the seeds. So I'm gonna put what this is. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put the date at which we're putting them in the fridge. This is really important because if you put them in too long, things can go wrong. And if you don't put them in long enough, things can go wrong. So we're putting them in on December 18th. After you get your date, it's super important that you mark how long you want them in there for. Again, when you're doing a bunch of these seeds, it's very easy to get them confused. So again, this is in the 3 to 4 week category. So at the bottom, I'm gonna put 3 to 4 weeks. You can also put the date in which you're gonna take them out. You just have to have a calendar handy for that. You can count the dates and then basically pick the date, circle that, and on that date, I will always set a reminder on my phone that reminds me, hey Luke, take the seeds out of the fridge and start your seeds, because then they're going to need to be put in some soil and underneath some grow lights so they're not sitting in the fridge for that long. Because if they do sit in the fridge for too long in damp conditions, like I said, bad things can happen. So then we're going to open up our Ziploc baggie. Any paper towel is going to work. All right, once you get the paper towel to the right size, we're actually going to pull it out and dampen it. And you don't need that much water, because here's what's going to happen. This is what's really magical, is once we put seeds on damp paper towel, they actually have a tendency to stick better. If you put them on dry paper towel, they're going to roll all over the place, and you're going to be ending up with a bunch of clumpy seeds. So if you were to take the seeds, stick them here, like they all get all loosey-goosey on you. So I like to take them, damp my paper towel, and they will stick way better. There we go. All right, so once you have your paper towel in the Ziploc baggie, we're gonna add a little bit more water. Now, it's really important you don't add too much water. I see a lot of gardeners that will totally saturate their Ziploc bags, and what happens is if you oversaturate your bags, they're gonna be sitting in water for too long, and that's not good. They need to be just damp. And because you're sealing them up in a Ziploc baggie, they're gonna have any moisture that's in that bag is gonna stay in that bag. So you don't need to flood the bag. And then what I always do, is I tip it up on its side to get any excess moisture out. I leave just this corner open, I tip it up, just in case there's excess water in there, give it a good little shake, nothing falls out, we're good. Any excess water you want to remove, it should just be retained in the paper towel, and that's it. All right, up next is the Yellow Wonder Strawberry. We're gonna do this again, Yellow Wonder Strawberry. Another really good way to cold stratifying seeds is by practicing a method of winter sowing. Now, winter sowing is actually a really reliable method of putting your seeds inside of a milk jug, and we'll do videos on it. You guys have all wanted me to do videos on it. So in about 2 or 3 weeks, we're gonna do a video on winter sowing. And basically what we're doing is we're doing what would happen naturally. We're putting the milk jugs out into the garden in mid to late January with soil, seeds, everything. We're dampening that soil, we're throwing it out in the garden, and then it's gonna sit over winter, and then in the spring, they're naturally going to germinate, just as they would normally. It's just very controlled. This is a method I prefer personally because I can start them much sooner, I can get them growing much sooner, and I just have a little more control. But both methods will work. So the next question you're probably asking yourself is, Luke, why are you doing this now in December and not waiting until like March when we're starting a bunch of other seeds? And the truth is you can totally wait if you want, it's up to you. I prefer to start my seeds earlier. That way I'm getting the cold stratification process out of the way. And again, some of these are in the fridge for 5 to 6 weeks. That means in 5 to 6 weeks, we're gonna be almost into February. And then once I get them out, I'm gonna put them under grow lights, and they're gonna take a while longer to grow. So if you're someone that doesn't wanna have your plants under grow lights for a long period of time, and you wanna do the bare minimum, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I have a little more control over my growing conditions, and because I have all that space in our beautiful grow room, I can start these a little sooner and just have slightly larger plants that are ready to go out in my garden. But you absolutely can wait until March, because again, the time frame doesn't change. These seeds don't know, because they're dormant, they don't know what time of year it is. They only know based on the conditions that start their clock, right? These seeds are all sitting dormant. That's the thing that's crazy, is all these seeds are waiting dormant, and they basically have a trigger, and that trigger is cold weather and dampness. Once they're exposed to cold weather and moisture, that is what starts basically that's the trigger that starts the germination process. After that point, you could set these in your basement for 3-4 years, and it's not like they would germinate in your basement, right? It's not like they would be, it's not like they'd be affected at all until that trigger happens. And that's what's so fascinating. So it doesn't matter if you do it in December or if you do it in March. It does not matter. As long as you give them the right conditions to germinate, they'll be fine. All right, and that's just about it. Now I know you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Luke, with these teeny tiny itty bitty little seeds, how am I supposed to get them out and put them in soil when they're inside this Ziploc bag? And the truth is, it's difficult. With larger seeds, like like this butterfly milkweed, no problem at all. We can pick those up with our fingers. But with teeny tiny seeds like our strawberries or our Iceland poppies, it can be a little challenging. So what I like to do is, once they're done cold stratifying, I like to pull them out, and I will use either tweezers or I'll use the end of a toothpick. That teeny tiny tip of a toothpick, if you dampen it with a little bit of water, can have a tendency to pick it right up, no problem at all. And then you can actually move those teeny tiny seeds around. But either way, you do have to get them in the soil somehow. And so the challenge is yours. But that's part of the fun of gardening, is a little challenge. So that is how you cold stratify. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all learned something new. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And also, if you have any friends that you think would enjoy this video or any of our other videos, please share our videos around. That is how our channel grows, and I appreciate that. So thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you all on the next episode. Oh, and also, if you need to get some seeds, shameless plug, if you need to get some seeds, if it hasn't been obvious already, you can get them over at MIgardener.com. We have over 750 varieties of heirloom vegetable seeds and so much more. So go check it out. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later. Grow bigger. Bye.